Welcome back, everyone, to another glorious day in Minecraft. We are here at the beginning of a new day, and I have finished extending out the village. I meant to do this much later on, but I decided to go ahead and do it. I decided also not to go that far out. I went 30 blocks out from where the wall was, out this way. I figured that's enough. I need more later. I can do it, but basically that's going to be the farmland area, and animal pens. I think that's what we're going to start with today, is doing a sheep pen and a pig pen for there, and then the rest of that will be fields for carrots, wheat, whatever else, so that they can basically have their own food production and be creating new villagers all on their own because they've got their own food. But first, an update on the recent carrot farm. As you can see, there's still a lot of carrots not harvested right now. He's not doing a great job. And last time when I ended, I was sitting here with only one carrot. As you can see, there's a lot more. And what I did was I basically went back to the village, decided maybe the villager I've got right there had some food in his inventory and he wasn't hungry. So I went and produced a baby villager who I brought and put inside there so he could grow up. And I was going to replace this guy with him. But as soon as I came back from doing that, basically going there, feeding them carrots, getting a new villager produced, and collecting and bring it back, came back, this had 2 stacks and half a stack right there. So apparently there's something going on with how he's acting with me being in the area, because every time I check it, he's changed nothing if I stay in the area. But as soon as I go to the village, spend a little bit of time in the village and come back, I end up with more stacks. Not a little bit of additional carrots, but you know, as you saw there, I have several stacks now. So this is the area I'm planning out right now. It's basically the same dimensions as like that building, and this one, counting the little awning on the outside. So it's going to reach all the way around. And instead of doing 2 separate little buildings, like one pig pen, one sheep pen, I'm going to do like a barn almost, but it's going to be kind of open. So there's not going to be an enclosed wall set. It's going to be more of just framing and a roof covering them both. And I want to have at least part of it be open grazing area for the pigs and sheep to wander around. I'm only going to focus on white wool sheep here just for cosmetics. But yeah, I'm thinking I will do this as part of the building coming up to maybe about here. And then this can be free roaming area where they can just come out and, you know, enjoy the sun when it's not raining, and then at night or during rainstorms huddle up under a protective roof, but still have nice open walls just for like a nice breeze. Kind of, you know, an older style barn look. Well, this is the look so far. I'm not really sure about the ceiling, the roof. I don't want it to go too high up because I don't want it to be as high as the other buildings. But I want to have that half slab top so I don't have to worry about things spawning. And I kind of want to avoid doing the sharper incline because that would just give a much broader middle piece if I go with the stairs. But I'm still not sure on this. It just doesn't quite feel right. I might have to do something extra with it. But yeah, basically I'm going to do something like this. And right now I've got grass outside because I don't know which side I want to use for sheep. Sheep will eat the grass, but I've got the flattened down, matted, you know, path type grass texture for the fact that they're going to be wandering around. It's not going to get as much sunlight. So the idea being they're sleeping in here. They're spending a lot of time in here, and without as much sunlight as the outside area, it's not growing in quite as well. And then whichever side I do pigs, I'll patch it up the same way since they're not going to eat the grass like sheep do. And that will give a look like they're just kind of trampling the grass. I definitely want to keep the ceiling from getting too high because I also want to have lanterns inside. So I decided to shorten all of the posts by 1 block, which brought that down 1 more block. And if I want to, then I can always go back up another block high, which will raise that up a little bit more to an even point. But I think I'm going to just keep it all 1 block lower now and see how this feels. And then I'll extend upwards again if I feel like I need to. And there we go. We have lanterns, which I did have some that come down to hang a little bit lower. That should give enough light. I'm not sure how I want to do the back and middle now, though. I feel like I want to have the back filled in. But, you know, you don't need the guards be able to look down from the walls at the sheep and pigs. You know, it's just, you know, I feel like I want to fill the back side in, but I'm not sure how yet. And I feel like I want to do something maybe a little different. I might actually take the wall, the sandstone brick wall out and just do that in the middle. So it's like, oh yeah, here's more fencing in the middle. That's perfectly normal. And then the back could just be a solid wood wall going up using oak. So the middle looks better, but I think for now I'm just going to leave it, because if I change the back to all wood logs, I'm going to feel like I need to change this to wood logs along the base, or just more of the fencing. And I like the way the fencing's kind of connecting to the roof tiling. I still want to figure out something to make the roof look a little bit nicer. I basically just stacked everything, so it looks like solid blocks, and basically some of them are now solid, you know, full-size blocks. But it gives a framing on that side at least. It's still not great, but it is a little bit better in terms of that. It looks more plain from the front, but you can see that nice staggered look that you won't get with just normal full-size blocks, but the half slabs work great for that. And there we have it, the semi-completed setup for sheep and pigs. Just more for cosmetics, so it looks like they're doing at least something with animals here. And it ties in nicely behind the farmer's market general store. Got the path going all the way here, just past where that gate is. And what I'm going to do is when I set up the shepherds and leatherworking shop up here, this little spot was going to be the next building over. I'm not going to do as tall, do something a little bit smaller, but I'm going to have it where it has a path that comes out the back and connects over here. So everything kind of goes over this area. And then this will be the start of all the farming land, where we'll have, I might just do like, here's the little water trough or the well, and then start doing the farming across there, because yeah, just for cosmetics. It's not really for me to harvest anything. Like, these are kind of cosmetic, but also I harvest them and sell some of the sweet berries. But it's mainly going to be to create that look of they are trying to at least produce their own food instead of relying on me to sell them everything. So now that I've been away for a few days, let's see a little bit more. Not a huge amount, it looks like. I think I got a little bit more. I was like on like, what, 35 or something like that, and I've got some more. Seems like maybe he's stabilizing now, where he's producing at a more consistent rate. But he definitely seems to be bugged right now, where he doesn't want to toss food to the other guy unless I go out of the area and then come back, and magically he's tossed a bunch of food to the other guy. It's definitely still a buggy element. And here we have it. Quite a few sheep and pigs going. We've got them creating that little patchy look there, and honestly, I'm okay with that look. But I kind of like the flattened out grass look a little bit more for keeping it with the back area and this side. Just so it feels trampled as opposed to just there's no grass there. But yeah, it looks nice. You can see how well lit it is. I think it's going to be fine in terms of the interior. Nothing has spawned so far in the time that I've been trying to produce new sheep and pigs. But we got a nice little bit of livestock for the visuals of this village, and it's got a nice little look. Honestly, I kind of like how the lanterns turned out. So that's it for this episode of Minecraft. I'm going to sit here and let my pigs and sheep play and do their thing, and I'm going to continue working everything going on this. Honestly, I just want to get the village design done so I can say I'm finished with it, and then turn attention back to really focusing on production in the base to fuel my trades with the villagers once the village itself is completely done on that. But yeah, that's it for this episode. So if you enjoyed it, hit that like button, leave me a comment below, and hit subscribe if you haven't done so already. As always, I'm your host, Mr. Spicy. Thanks so much for watching. Be sure to keep it spicy this week, and I'll see you in the next video.